Well, a couple of the characteristics of hypnosis is the suggestibility, more response to the suggestibility, a heightened response to that suggestibility, and more desire to actually satisfy those suggestions as well. So it just keeps, with that self-hypnosis or positive affirmations, you could start feeling like doing more of what you need to do to reach your goals.
Yes, and
it works really well with weight loss. I know that I've worked a lot with weight loss, and I also have been practicing this on myself since I was a kid, really working on my mind and what I want to look like when I wake up in the morning, and it's been working for me. Because we've talked about it before, I love to eat at night.
Yes, you do. Gallons of coffee,
Gallons of ice cream and pizza. So, and then just go to sleep with a great picture in my mind of what I want to look like or what I look like when I wake up. And
do that.
And I do.
You do. You look fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
My fan club.
So we have a clip from a hypnotist actually from Channel 11 news of a hypnotist in San Francisco who was working. It was a news story specifically with weight loss, and we just wanted to show that.
Oh, this is with Michael Casey? Is this
Michael
losing
Casey?
107 pounds.
107
this
pounds
is amazing.
lost
Great
using
clip.
hypnosis. Okay, so let's go to that.
Perfect.
Unusual approach that just may help us succeed.
Now, please look up at my fingers and take another nice deep breath in. Relax. All the way down, down, down to your feet.
Sure, hypnotherapy is helping Michael Casey relax, but it's also helped him lose weight. 107 pounds to be exact, gone in 14 months.
There's no sense of deprivation, which is the really nice thing. I'm not punishing myself. I'm not starving myself. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not feeling like a martyr. I'm just not eating the way I used to.
Relax.
This wasn't his first weight loss attempt.
Oh, I've done all kinds of diets. I tried the no carb, I tried the high carb, I tried the no fat, I tried the just basic calorie counting.
But nothing worked until he underwent 6 90-minute sessions with certified hypnotherapist Olga Stevko in San Francisco.
It feels so good.
Olga says she reached Michael's subconscious mind to help change some of his thoughts and beliefs about food.
You actually can go to the root cause of those emotions which linked to overeating or eating unhealthy foods, and you can neutralize those emotions.
She also helped him embrace exercise.
Hypnosis will motivate them to really want to exercise.
Olga says she's helped more than 100 clients tighten their belts.
You are eating smaller portions.
But the MDs and registered dietitians we talked with remain skeptical. They question the effectiveness of this therapy and whether it would work on most people. Olga says her clients are proof hypnotherapy works.
I can tell you that every single client who came to me and stayed with my program, every single client lost weight.
Michael now visits Olga once a month for maintenance, and if he's out of town, he can undergo a phone hypnotherapy session.
At your ideal, healthiest body weight.
Michael's no longer a member of the Clean Plate Club. He's kissed mayonnaise goodbye. And the veggies he once shunned?
Now I look for the vegetables first. I just, I love them.
In this session, Olga asked him to say the 2 words that describe how he feels now.
Agile and young. Agile and young.
Good.
Michael describes it as meditation with a purpose and credits the mind-changing sessions with ending 25 years of dieting and giving him a new body. In San Francisco, Marianne Favreau, NBC 11 News.
Wow. Each hypnotherapy session costs $150, and most people need at least 6 sessions to really see results. Olga Stevko says most people will continue to enjoy the benefits, though, for a lifetime.
Sounds like she's got a pretty good track record for herself.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was great.
I absolutely agree that people enjoy those benefits for a lifetime.
Well, one of the things I really loved that that they talked about on this was how, she said that she reaches the subconscious mind and changes some of their beliefs and their programming. So I know, I've worked with a lot of weight loss and a lot of sessions with people with weight loss, and, there are a lot of those beliefs. I know one belief that comes up a lot is I'm not safe.
Yes.
And if you're running that belief, it would make perfect sense that you would start attracting, different body experiences so that you can create safety in your life. And sometimes I know with people that weight creates that safety. So that was a great point, letting go of all the emotions attached to that belief really changes the whole experience. And you talked about how the event, we come up with that belief from some event that happens in our life, and that creates the emotion which drives our behavior. So it makes perfect sense that if we change that belief from a negative belief, I'm not safe, to I am safe, that would create a better feeling, which would lead to a better outcome in your life. So it makes perfect sense that Michael had such a great result with that. That was a great clip. Thank you.
Oh, you're
for
very
finding
welcome.
that and putting that on the show. I thought that was great. And you know what else I loved about it too is she used the anchoring.
Yes.
Which we'll talk about more in our next show. We'll do some talk about NLP in our next show. But that was I loved her technique of anchoring. I think he said he was agile and strong, or...
Yeah, I believe those were the words that he used. And
agile and young, that was it. Yeah,
agile
he kept saying
and young.
He was
Strong's
agile
a good
and
one,
young.
too.
Yeah, strong's a good one, too. So, yeah, that was really interesting. I also have, just to finish this up on weight loss, because I know we have a bunch of things we wanted to talk about today. This is from the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology. It's a volume 63, and it's from April of 1995. And it talks about hypnosis as an adjunct to cognitive behavioral psychotherapy.
Adjunct meaning like using together with psychotherapy?
Exactly.
Okay.
So they took some studies where people didn't have, did the psychology for weight loss and then did the same work with just adding a little bit of self-hypnosis. So
okay.
It was a meta-analysis was performed on 18 different studies in which cognitive behavioral therapy was compared with the same therapy supplemented by hypnosis. And the results indicated that with the addition of hypnosis,
You got that.
Substantially enhanced treatment outcome so that the average client receiving the cognitive behavioral therapy showed a greater improvement than at least 70% of the clients receiving the same treatment without the hypnosis.
So when they added hypnosis to regular counseling, and that was my phone, by the way, if you heard that. I forgot to turn off.
I was wondering what that was.
I have a beautiful ringer, but I was like, oh, somebody's calling
I thought
me.
I was hearing music.
And I forgot to turn the phone off. So that's what that was. But what you're saying is that when they added hypnosis, so a meta-analysis means they looked at a lot of studies.
18 different studies.
18 different studies.
They researched.
And when they added hypnosis to just regular talk therapy, is what I'm hearing, that there was a substantial benefit.
70%.
70% of clients
received a benefit that actually lasted longer than the, let me read that.
Showed greater improvement
than at least 70% of the clients receiving without the hypnosis, with the treatment without the hypnosis. And it says that the effects seem particularly pronounced for treatments of obesity, especially at long-term follow-up, indicating that unlike those in non-hypnotic treatment, clients to whom hypnotic inductions had been administered or self-hypnosis continued to lose weight after the treatment ended. And it also goes on to say that the results were particularly striking because of the few procedural differences between the hypnotic and the non-hypnotic treatments. So the treatments were the same, but with the group that they added the hypnosis, they had a much higher and better results for a longer period of time as well. I just find that so fascinating.
It is fascinating, and I make up that is so because of when you're in hypnosis, you're bypassing that critical factor, or that little chattering monkey in your head, getting the ideas right into the subconscious mind. Now, we can get ideas into the subconscious mind without going into hypnosis. There's 5 different ways to do that, but repetition is one of them. So in talk therapy, you can do repetition over and over and over again, and you can get the idea. But once you bypass the critical factor and go straight for the subconscious, the results are so much faster.
And usually from what I've read, I looked up a lot of different research, and it seems like the results are a lot more long-term as well. Because, again, what I would make up about that is when you change the belief, you have a completely different experience in your life. And, again, it goes back to the law of correspondence, which we've talked about, and you'll probably hear us talk about quite a bit, where the quality of your thoughts is determining the quality of your experience, even in your body.